Remember, we started a little bit of this one on page 174 in your book. Do you happen to have your book with you?
Ouch,
All right, so let's try, again, practicing the stress, stretch. And we'll start with some 2-syllable words. Careful.
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 Bridges.
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 Sorry?
Bridges. Like the Bay Bridge and the Golden Gate Bridge are two of the bridges in the Bay Area. Bridges. Email.
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 Doctor.
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 React.
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 Pronounce.
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 Compete.
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 She knows.
She knows.
She knows.
She knows.
Carefully.
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 Recognize.
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 Photograph.
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 Educate.
Sorry, again, sorry.
Educate.
Okay. Educate.
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 Internet.
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 Grandfather.
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 Reaction.
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 Pronounces.
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 Specific.
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 Competed.
Repeated.
Competed.
Competed.
A fortune.
Sorry?
2 words actually. A fortune. A fortune. You made a fortune
okay.
on your last stock offering. A fortune.
Fortune.
Send email. Send email.
Send email.
Send email.
Send email.
Interact.
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 Engineer.
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 Dr. Lee.
Dr. Lee.
Dr. Lee.
Dr. Lee.
8 to 3. 8 to 3. From 8 to 3. I'll talk to you or come on board between 8 o'clock and 3 o'clock. 8 to 3.
8 to 3.
Or maybe that was the score. My team versus your team. 8 to 3.
8 to 3.
ABC.
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 All right, so the concept here is when you have acronyms, then you always stress the last one, the last letter. All right, so you should always stress the last letter in an acronym that has all these letters. So ABC and CNN, ESPN. So CNN, CNN, ESPN, ESPN. Okay. Well, we do this for, we typically stress the last word in a sentence like, he wants tea. Oh, he wants tea. Does he want coffee or tea? He wants tea.
He wants tea.
He wants tea. Okay, now, when you have a chance to listen to the videos that I sent you last time,
Yes.
and maybe if it works out, you know, because it takes me a few hours to sort of mush the videos into shape where I can upload them and so forth, you can listen to your unscripted speech, and if you have time, jot down a few of the multisyllabic words that you used, and then write down their syllable stress code. For example, you will hear yourself saying caractéristique, and you will say characteristics, and you will write down characteristic. Ah, that should be 5-4. And a word like ridiculous. Ridiculous. So 4-2, you will write that down. Here are a few words that I'll tell you that I heard last time that you could improve. Like the word determine. I think your software helps determine how much of a percentage of a loan to give to the client, something like that. And you also were talking about, when you're talking about the house buying topic, contingency. Contingency. Okay, what's the syllable stress code? Let's go back to determine. What do you hear for determine?
Determine. 3-2.
Okay, 3-2. All right, and contingency.
Contingency. 4-2.
4-2. Good. All right. Now, so I'm not sure if when you stop to think about this word and words as individual units as opposed to all the grand thoughts that you have that are just spilling out of your mouth, if you're thinking about a word at a time without listening to me say it, are you able to find the syllables and stress yourself? Or will that be, huh?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure?
Yeah.
Okay. So another, one of the great resources you have is going to dictionary.com, and you can listen to it. You can also see how they've parsed the word up into, they'll take the word, for example, dictionary, DIC dot, TION dot, AR dot, Y. So 3 dots means there are 4 syllables, generally speaking. Now, those dots are especially useful for writing when you are handwriting a letter and you come to the end of a margin and you need to put a hyphen and go on to the next line. They are especially good for keeping morphemes together, that is, parts of words that have meaning. But they're not always good for spoken English because we sometimes take the consonant that is stuck onto this and we actually bring it over to the next syllable in terms of the way we orally pronounce the word. But at least it'll help you in terms of the number of syllables, and the stress should be indicated when you look at a word on dictionary.com. You should be able to see, okay, I'm going to go there right now and I'm going to look up the word determine, put the word determine in there. Yeah, and they make the stress syllable bold. So that, plus being able to listen to it.
Determine. 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 Determine.
That will also help you determine where the stress syllable is.